Hi everyone, so today we're going to talk about a very interesting subject, or at least I find it very interesting, and I'm sure many of you will as well. And we're going to talk about how to treat and get rid of and the causes of hyperpigmentation. Now, I know that there's loads of kind of medical terms for it and there's loads of different names for it and that kind of thing, but basically I'm going to talk about getting pigmentation on your skin. Now, I first noticed that I started getting these kind of weird little patches on my skin around, I want to say, March last year, and I've got makeup on now so you can't really see, but I'm just going to come a little bit closer. I've got a patch on my cheek right here which is always a little bit darker, a little bit on the bridge of my nose and a little bit on the side of my face, kind of here. And I've had that since March last year, as I said, and I'll get to the kind of the cause that I think and that sort of thing in a little bit, but I just wanted to talk about the kind of reasons that this can happen. Now, the most common reason for people to get hyperpigmentation is sun damage, and it's basically, you know, when your skin's been exposed to the sun for long periods of time, it gets damaged, and sometimes you get freckles and that kind of thing, but basically it's just sun damage, and it's very hard to reverse sun damage. So that's one cause. Another cause is kind of hormonal imbalances, and then another reason that you could get it is pregnancy, and there's kind of more to it than that. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dermatologist, so I'm not going to go into kind of the whole sciencey part of getting hyperpigmentation, but I got it then and it has been really bugging me, and I've tried a few products that have kind of claimed to get rid of it, and I know that the most common treatment for it is getting laser, but I'm very reluctant to do that. I don't want to spend that much money on doing it, and I'm not 100% sure that I kind of agree with that sort of thing either. But I've got some products here that I've been using to kind of treat it. So yeah, the kind of treatments that are available are that sort of thing, but I have got some things that you can use at home that are meant to help, and I'm just going to talk you through whether or not I think they worked. So the first two are kind of Microdermabrasion treatments that you can do at home, and this is the Botanics Microdermabrasion Radiant Youth Polish, and this I feel has helped to kind of lighten any scarring that I had. I did have some sort of small scars left over from spots on my chin area, that this definitely has helped kind of erase the traces of them, but as far as my pigmentation on my cheek, this has absolutely not made any difference to that. And then another thing is the PMD, which is basically a personal microdermabrasion for you to use at home. I haven't been using this for the past few months just because I've been away and I'd kind of gotten out of the habit of it, but when I was using it, it did slightly lighten it, but very slightly. It wasn't a huge dramatic improvement, but it did slightly make a difference. So I think if you've got only very slight sun damage or something like that, that might be interesting to explore. And then I've got two products that are supposedly meant to help you with that. The first one is the Vichy Idealia Pro, what is this, Deep Corrector. I've got a full review of this on my blog, so I won't say too much about it, but this is paraben free, it's for all skin types, and it did at first, I think, make a slight difference, and then it kind of stopped, and I'm not sure if it was just in my mind, a kind of placebo effect, but I don't feel like it really faded it and it made it that much better, so I'm not 100% sure if that did work. I think it worked at first, but then it kind of stopped. And then at the moment I'm using the Garnier Dark Spot Daily Illuminating Moisturizer, which is their kind of correcting moisturizer. This is what it looks like. It comes in like a very kind of scientific looking packaging, but this is really nice. It's got a really nice scent, it goes on really lightly, it works great under makeup. I'm wearing it today, and I've been using this for about 2 weeks, so I haven't been using that long enough to comment on it, but I do feel like it's making my complexion look a lot brighter, and it's got a high content of vitamin C in it, so it's making my complexion seem a lot brighter and a lot more vibrant, which is always a good thing. But I have come to the conclusion that I'm pretty sure that the reason that I have got hyperpigmentation was due to the contraceptive pill. Now, there's a lot of studies on this, and a lot of doctors will tell you that that's not true, and I didn't think of it at first. It's only a few days ago that I was kind of looking at it and I thought, this is really just horrible. I really don't like it. and I was just kind of looking into kind of reasons and that kind of thing, because I was always thought it was sun damage, but then I started thinking about it and I realised that since the age of about 15 I have worn sunscreen on my face every single day. Even living in a hot country, I didn't have sun damage. I'd get kind of a few freckles on my nose if I'd been in the sun too much, but that was pretty much it. And I thought, how can living here in this climate where we hardly ever get any sun anyway, how can that have caused me to get hyperpigmentation? It just didn't make sense. How could it have caused me to get sun damage? Which led me to think that maybe it was the pill, because I then started looking at old videos and old photos to kind of try and establish when it started showing up. And I looked at photos from when I was on a different pill, which was the pill that I was on when I lived abroad. And I looked at photos from last Christmas and I didn't have anything. My skin was completely normal. And then I noticed that it was around March last year that it started, and I realised that it was around March last year that I started taking the new pill. The new pill that I'm on is Microdermabrasion, but it's the new version of Microdermabrasion. It's the one with the placebo pills at the end. So I am pretty much 99% sure that it's that has caused it, which means I'm going to have to go off that pill and switch to a different pill, which I'm really upset about, because I feel like every time you go to the doctors, they're always trying to get you to get the injections or the depot, whatever it's called. They're always trying to get you to get those, and I don't want to get those. I don't know. I know that there's a lot of research and all that kind of thing, and the pill isn't good for you. Any type of contraception isn't good for you, but I don't want to start taking those types of things. I want to stick with a pill. I don't like the idea of the injections or something being in your body, so I don't want to do that. But apart from this, this is the only side effect I've had from that pill. I did get some weird kind of little bumps around my lips when I first started taking it, but that kind of went. And I'm really scared that another pill might, make me gain weight or that kind of thing. And I'm not 100% sure if it will go away once I switch to a different pill anyway. So I'm going to make a doctor's appointment, and I'm going to talk to my doctor about it and see what she thinks we can do. Because if it is something like that, and if it is due to the pill, then I would really like to find a different alternative, because I don't like this spot being on my face. And another thing is, it's very hard to cover it up with makeup, because when you're wearing foundation it can kind of slightly conceal it, and like now you can't really see it, and I've got concealer over the top of it as well. But when you wear blusher, if you wear blush kind of on the apples of your cheeks, so here, it kind of highlights it even more, which is why I tend to sort of wear my blush higher up, so kind of around my cheekbone area, because I don't want to highlight the problem even more. So yeah, I know this wasn't the kind of most informative video, but I just wanted to kind of talk to you about a couple of these products, and I definitely think that purchasing the Botanics thing will kind of help make your skin look more radiant, which does help it look more even, as does the Garnier serums for now. I will do a full review of this when I'm kind of been using it for, I think they recommend 4 weeks. But yeah, I just want to talk to you about that, and also if any of you have got any types of suggestions or that kind of thing, I'd love to know. If any of you have got any types of questions and that kind of thing as well, don't hesitate to put it in the comment below. I really am interested in this subject, and I want to know more about it, so I'd love to hear your opinions on the matter. And yeah, don't forget to thumbs up the video if you liked it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.